welcome. I'm Shivani Singh. In South Asia, water is more than just a resource. It's a political weapon, a survival tool, and a frequent flashpoint for conflict. For decades, the Ganges, or the Padma, as it is known once it crosses the border, has been the lifeline of both India and Bangladesh. But as we sit in 2026, that lifeline is becoming a battleground. The 1996 Faraka Water Treaty, which has governed this relationship for 30 years, is expiring this year. And just as the clock starts ticking towards the deadline, Dhaka has dropped a bombshell, a rupees 38,000 crore bombshell. Now remember that this is a 50,443 crore taka plan to build the Padma Barrage. Now, is this a genuine effort to save Bangladesh's environment, or is it a calculated move to gain leverage in a high-stakes diplomatic game? We dive into the politics, the floods, and the rhetoric of the new Padma Barrage. Let's talk numbers first. The Bangladesh Water Development Board has fast-tracked the long-delayed Padma Barrage project. And what's the price tag? Approximately rupees 38,000 crore. And the location? Pangsha in Rajbari, which is about 180 kilometers downstream of India's Faraka Barrage. Now, this isn't just a simple wall of concrete. It's a 2.1 kilometer long structure designed to store nearly 2,900 million cubic meters of water during the monsoon. And what's the goal? It's to ensure a year-round supply to the southwest and northwest of Bangladesh, regions that cover 37% of the country. They also plan to generate 113 megawatts of hydropower and even supply water to the Rupar nuclear power plant. But more importantly, Dhaka says that this barrage is their only defense against the adverse effects of India's Faraka project. For Bangladesh, this is about taking control of their own hydrological destiny. So why is this happening now? Timing in diplomacy is everything. The 1996 Ganges Water Sharing Treaty was a landmark agreement. It settled a decades-old dispute over how much water India could divert to the Hooghly River to save the Kolkata port. But that treaty was signed 30 years ago. It expires in December 2026. As we speak, technical teams from both the sides are measuring the water levels at Faraka in India and the Hardinge Bridge in Bangladesh. But the atmosphere is far from technical, it is deeply political. Dhaka is pressing for guaranteed dry season flows, and New Delhi, meanwhile, is under pressure from West Bengal, where the state government insists that any new deal must not sacrifice the drinking and irrigation needs of its own people. So the result, it's a stalemate. By announcing the Padma Barrage, now the interim government in Dhaka is signaling that they are preparing for a post-treaty world where bilateralism might not be enough. Now let's look at the rhetoric. In Bangladesh, the Faraka Barrage is often used as a catch-all villain for every water-related disaster. During the dry season, the narrative is about scarcity. Critics in Dhaka argue that India unilaterally withdraws the water, causing salinity to rise in the Sundarbans and ruining agriculture. During the monsoon, the narrative flips to floods. Whenever the Padma overflows, the blame is often pinned on New Delhi for opening the gates. Now, India has consistently rejected this, explaining that a Faraka is a barrage, it's not a dam. It can't store water indefinitely. It simply passes the natural flow downstream once a certain level is reached. But facts often struggle against a powerful political narrative. The proposed Padma Barrage is being sold to the Bangladeshi public as a way to regulate these flows, to store the monsoon access and release it when India allegedly shuts the tap. It's a project built on deep-seated mistrust. The domestic politics in Dhaka cannot be ignored. Following the 2024 political upheaval, the tone towards India has sharpened. Look at the rhetoric from the Bangladeshi Nationalist Party, or the BNP. Chairman Tariq Rahman recently held a massive rally where he promised to revive canal construction and resolve water disputes with a new slogan, "Not Delhi, not Pindi, no other country. Bangladesh comes first." Now, this isn't just campaign talk. The interim government led by Muhammad Yunus has also made a strategic choice to finance the Padma Barrage domestically for now. They want to show that they aren't dependent on Indian generosity or foreign conditions. By keeping the project in-house, they are playing to a nationalist sentiment that views any water negotiation with India as a potential sellout. Finally, there is also the China factor. While Bangladesh says that it will fund the Padma Barrage itself, it has openly admitted that foreign loans will be considered later. And we know who is waiting with a checkbook. China is already deeply involved in the Teesta Master Plan, another project that India has deeply concerned because of its proximity to the strategic Siliguri corridor or the chicken's neck. Now, if Beijing becomes the primary financier or engineer of the Padma Barrage, it gives China a massive foothold in the heart of the Ganges-Padma basin. For India, this isn't just about cusecs of water. It's about regional security. A Chinese-built barrage, just 180 kilometers from the border, would be a strategic nightmare for New Delhi. So what's the bottom line? The Padma Barrage is more than just a 50,000 crore taka engineering feat. It is a symbol of changing relationships. Bangladesh is moving away from the quiet diplomacy of the past and towards a more assertive and perhaps confrontational water policy. For India, the challenge is twofold: securing its own water needs in a changing climate and preventing its neighbor from falling into a hydro debt trap that brings China even closer to our borders. As the Farakka Treaty nears its end, the waters of the Padma are rising, and so is the political temperature. Thanks for watching.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.